this is what our students are going to need to know. Like, I would love to keep teaching A Raisin in the Sun, but also I have to teach the students who are in front of me, the students with devices in their hand, the students who do everything in their world through social media. And so if I'm not showing up to meet these students where they're at, I really feel like I'm not doing my job.
We're so incredibly excited to welcome you and host you all here today. We want you to leave campus today with an increased awareness of the ways that information can be misleading, both intentionally and unintentionally.
I think bringing my students to MisInfo Day down at UW will help to solidify the importance of the work we've been doing in our tiny little classroom, in our tiny little town. I have a unicorn job where I get to be both English teacher and librarian, and both practices inform each other, and in this media literacy realm, it's incredibly important. In my library role, I am so lucky because I get to support all these other teachers who are also trying to embed media literacy, perhaps in a different way, but also in a very meaningful way. And I get to help steer that ship, which is really exciting.
We got gray right here. Reports of UFOs and they're reported by like pilots and stuff.
I've been teaching some form of media literacy for a while, and it started actually with the adults teaching teachers how they could teach media literacy to their students. And so because of that, I knew I needed to find more access points in our English language arts curriculum to do some of this media literacy work. Well, it's really interesting to see how like the exact same pieces of evidence can arrive at different conclusions. There are a lot of challenges with teaching media literacy, and the biggest primary one that I feel most often is what feels like the partisan nature of it. Because you have to really pay attention to the language you're using, to the examples you give. I talk about aliens all the time because I think it's a really like not hot button issue and it's not politicized yet. And that is a level of, I would say, censorship that feels uncomfortable. And I have to hope that my students will take those skills and apply them to the stuff that really matters. It's a lot of finger crossing.
We took the anatomy of memes, which is decoding like AI problems.
You're amazing. I want to see your notes later. My students have learned to be cognizant and conscientious of what they're consuming. They have learned about emotions as it pertains to social media. I think what's really important is what Washington State is about to do, and that is that the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction is putting out media literacy standards. It needs to be taught throughout the state, throughout the region. It needs to be instructed in every single classroom from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and more importantly, in every single discipline in school. It can't just be an English language arts problem. It has to be a citizenship problem, and we all come and play with that. What'd you learn?